Welcome to Indian Creek Bow Hunting Journal. We got an exciting episode for you today, episode 13. My daughter shoots her first bow deer, if you will. You'll want to stay tuned for that. It's going to be an exciting hunt. We've been out quite a bit over the last couple of weeks, but just haven't had anything exciting to share with you on video. It's kind of boring watching an interview in the blind unless there's some action going along with it. So, but anyways, we're out. The bucks are chasing the does now, and the does tend to stay grouped up in about 3 to 5. The older ones really weary because it's rifle season, and they are just not coming into the food. Also, we've had a lot of rain, some warmer weather, so that puts the little sprouts down on the ground, so they don't necessarily have to come into food. But we're still out hunting hard. We still have till January 5th. To shoot javelin. We're hopefully going to get him down on Randy's place. I've been hunting that quite a bit, but the deer just love to come at night. But anyways, we're going to stick tight and stay at it, and hopefully we'll bring you some more action through the rest of the season. From nothing, he's spoken to existence, everything that is, and he's made us his stewards of all that is his. So it's Christmas morning, and we had family together reading the Christmas story and spending a little time in prayer and opening presents, because I was hoping for a different kind of present. We had this buck who was cruising on Christmas Day show up just below the cabin, and so we tried to pull him in with the Primos can. When what he's looking at, if you notice on the images there, you notice he's looking back up towards the cabin as I use the can to try to pull him in. But we have our 3D deer target up there that we shoot, and he's looking at that. I don't have horns on it. It looks like a doe. And so he's looking up there wondering if he's going to come up there and get it. So we pulled him into about 35-40 yards at the closest behind some trees. But my daughter's effective range with a bow is less than 30 yards, about 30 or less. So we were trying to pull him in that close, but he decided that he had had enough, and that decoy wasn't moving enough for him, so he decided to leave.
Yesterday afternoon, it was the perfect day to go hunting because it was very cloudy and rainy a little bit, kind of drizzly. And I decided to go out in our middle blind out on our property, and while I was sitting there and waiting, a couple of button bucks came, but I wasn't going to shoot any of them, of course. So I was like, man, I'm waiting for a doe or a big buck to come in. So I continue to wait. They get freaked out because I was going to pretend to aim my bow at them as if they were a doe or a big buck. But they freaked out because I made a little bit too much noise. So they ran off. And then a little baby button buck decides to come, and I was like, man. But then I was thinking, maybe if this little baby button buck stays there, there will be some doe that will follow in because they'll see, you know, it's safe to come in. Sure enough, 2 doe follow in. I wait for what seemed like 5 minutes, but it was probably only a couple of seconds for them to get in the right position so I could shoot one of them. One of them did, but I missed her high. I was like, oh man, those deer aren't going to come back. But I was just like, I still have a bunch of time before the sun sets, so I'm going to still wait and see if they decide to come back. And they did.
I waited so long for these deer to come back. I missed the first time, and then I was just like, oh, man, I lost another stinking arrow. At least I saw the arrow sticking out there, so I was like, well, since I missed that time, I think I'm just going to wait a little bit, see if they decide to come back. Slowly but surely, they decided to come back. But they were just like inching their way forward. They were like, oh, man, I don't want to be shot at or whatever happened to me before, you know. They were just very hesitant. But when they came back, I just waited and waited for what seemed like forever. And finally took my shot and hit her right there. Yes. So this is about where she almost collided with the tree. So we started walking this way. There's not a very clear blood trail, but there is some blood right here on this rock right here. If you notice that. It's not as clear as the first trail. Oh, you can also see it on these, this grass right here. Right here. So we started walking this way. I wasn't quite sure where she ran, but when I turned up my head, saw her right over there by the trees. We'll go ahead and pull her out and let's take a closer look. Deer, when they are about to die, seem to like to burrow in the really deep under trees. Wow, she's a little bit smaller than I thought she was. Oh, you can see right where I hit her.
Hit her in the heart.
Right in the heart. Well, here's the deer. I'm so happy. I've been looking forward to shooting one with my bow this year. I shot one about 3 years ago with my bow, but haven't this year. I shot one with a gun fairly recently, but not with my bow.
We want to thank you for watching Indian Creek Bow Hunting Journal. If you want to watch Keziah's first hunt, her first ever deer taken with a bow, you can go back to the 2010 season. That's on our playlist on our channel. So you're welcome to scroll back through those and take a look. Also, remember, this is an ongoing story. This is episode 13. So you'll want to go back and go through all the episodes and see the exciting hunting that's taken place this year with a bow. So thank you for watching. We appreciate you watching Indian Creek Bow Hunting Journal.